go ahead and have at it.
So let's see, where are they going to go for their power-ups, if they even do? Looks like they're going to wait and at least get through 1-1 small, so let's see if we see any 80s out the second pipe. Glib already fell in the little gap there.
79 to 77.
Yeah, a little bit of time, but nothing significant at this point. It's 10 seconds in-game from the pipe to that flagpole, so they're both at nice times.
At this point, when you're at 21, you're still above 20 minutes. Individual frame rolls don't matter that much, do they?
Yeah, not really. I mean, you know, you kind of know in the back of your head, especially for 1-1, you know, I want to see this time, I want to see this time, but you're not necessarily fighting for every frame roll yet. You're kind of, honestly, at a 21, you're probably pretty close. You're just kind of looking out for what to do there. You can see also like little things like Louis went and jumped through that bottom section, whereas Glib took the shell for safety. Makes it a definite you're not going to get killed by one of those Goombas, but it takes a little extra time.
Yep. So in that case, we got a 350 versus a 345. So that's where that starts adding up when the more safety you take for each individual stage.
Yep. So 1-3 is the fastest place to get your power-ups if you are going to go with anything involving a power-up.
Oh, nice block clip there.
That's what you want to see.
Yeah.
Glib still getting it relatively quickly, but you can kind of tell the difference there.
I think we talked about some of the mechanics in the showcase, so we can continue on some of it, especially there with them falling into a
paratrooper?
Paratrooper, yeah, without not hitting it at the top and hitting it at the bottom, it seemed.
Yeah, as long as Mario is moving down in the air, you will stomp an enemy. Did Louis take a hit from the firebar there?
Wow.
It's not too serious at this point to take a hit. It just, you know, takes time because now he's going to have to get power-ups back, assuming that's the plan. Glib jumping right into the side of that platform. It kind of stops your momentum enough for you to get fireballs into Bowser while not really killing your P speed as it would be. Shoutouts to you, Face. But yeah, you can use that falling mechanic that we were starting to talk about there as a thing to just kind of, you know, a couple of swag takeouts. You'll see it later on with Hammer Brothers especially. Because we were talking about 21 versus 22 earlier, and I said 2-1 was a stage to watch, you can kind of see how Louis early in the stage had to dance around a lot of these enemies, whereas Glib just terminated them all. So Glib was going to take a little bit of a lead here at 2-1. There are 4 power-ups in 2-1, so if you know where they are, you will get out of here with fire. So,
first water level.
Yep, water levels. Nobody likes
two in the game, really. Well, then the 1 in 8-4. Yeah, you're getting a robot a bit there, Cap. But,
we're both getting robot-y, I guess.
Oh, we are? Oh, okay.
I blame Discord. Oh well.
Actually, isn't 2 and 7 the exact same stage, just with more cheap than
Yes.
Road 7?
Yep. They have the exact same layout. 7-2 just has more bloopers spawning, more cheap spawning all over the place, so you might have to just take a little more caution towards the end of it. They both get out of the pipe over 310, which is really what you want for this stage. I think 316 is optimal to the pipe.
Now, I saw Louis have a problem with doing the steps jumps there. How difficult is that to do?
There's really one way. Like I haven't talked to Darb too much about it, but I think there's like 2 ways to really climb the stairs, and it really boils down to: do you want to get to the flagpole in 6 ticks or 7, which is all about avoiding fireworks. You can get a pretty any old consistent way of getting to the flag as long as you know your way of getting there. That's kind of one of those. It's a free thing to learn. It's obvious. And 2-3 is the stage you just hold right in. So good job, both players. But I think it's 6 ticks to just kind of run off that pipe over the 1 tile gap and climb the stairs that way. It's a little tricky. It's pretty tight. It's easy to mess up, and everybody, you know, smacks themselves in the forehead when they miss it.
Yeah.
Glib not going for elevator jump. Louis gets it, but he with that slide. Okay, good. It's possible.
Lots of shots, though.
Yeah. It's possible when you slide under it that you slow down enough, Bowser does get another fireball off. Glib, after unfortunately taking that hit there, does use another emote on Toad's head, so I think he's ready.
We have a pretty even race to the first 2 stages, though.
We do, but
yeah.
this start to 3-1 has a lot of piranhas and just awkward jumps if you don't know your pipe jumps. And Glib's going to get caught up by the Hammer Brothers here.
Neither of them going. There's a star there, I believe.
There is a star right after the Hammer Brothers. It's true. Glib just getting this power up. He's going to have to take a little more care on these steps. It's very easy, actually, for a Koopa on the step below you to hit Mario on the step above it, which is kind of weird. That staircase, 3-1 is actually a lot harder than it looks, just because a lot of hidden difficulty. 3-2 is actually really easy, and we should see a pair of 245s. Well, Glib's going to get a power-up, so that... close enough.
Yeah, you can tell how different the stage 3-1 is to 3-2 just by watching him. There's no hesitation in 3-2.
3-2 is just a long, flat stretch of land with a couple of obstacles in it. The worst thing in it is... Did Louis just jump through that platform? The worst thing in 3-2 is a kind of a block that you're very likely to jump into as Big Mario. I want to hear these coins to the music, but Glib's going to have to slow down.
I just turned the music on because I forgot that you could listen to music on the 3 stream. Usually have it down.
Yeah. Well, Louis, with the slight lead in a 3-4, is going to slow down for these Pottabos. On the NES, for really all versions, they have 2 jump heights. It's just that on the SNES version, you can get underneath all of them. On the NES version, some of them go a little low. It's hard to jump underneath them. That's the big slowdown in 3-4.
Now, can you get bad patterns on those fire bars, depending on the frame rule you enter the dungeon on, or is it still easy to go through?
I mean, I'm pretty sure there are some really bad ones where they're both swinging towards you and you have a very narrow gap to jump through them. It's one of those things, like, if you feel like you're not going to make it, just don't risk it, especially if you're in a race situation. Record attempts, go for it every time. But Glib trying to stomp Lakitu, I think, gets caught in the question blocks instead.
Can you do the flagpole glitch as Big Mario?
I'm honestly not sure. I want to assume so, but...
Yeah, I do too, but same.
Yeah, flagpole glitch is not something I've really looked into. I'm not in that the sub 5 any % scene. Yeah. Although it is possible, it's faster in any category if you can get it. Louis taking the bottom path through 4-2 and really not slowing down at all. That's really nice.
Just went no issues whatsoever. That's good. Is there? I don't think there's any time difference.
It is. It's more likely you're going to brush up against the side of a brick if you're on the top route. Especially this last jump here, just kind of falling down. You're probably going to get something. Glib ducking at the last second to avoid it. Very nice. Louis having to slow up a little bit for Koopas here, but not having too much trouble with 4-3.
Do you keep track of... Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, hardest thing about 4-3 is remembering which platform to jump how far off of to make sure you make it all the way. Because there's like a seesaw on the other side.
Yeah.
Sometimes the instinct is just land on everything.
Do you watch your opponent? Do you have them up? Or up?
I usually keep an eye on them. Okay. Just to kind of know some things.
Does that change
sometimes it bites me, sometimes it doesn't.
Does that change how you do a stage if you're well ahead or behind or anything like that?
Definitely. It's just more a matter of, do I want to go a little extra safe? Do I have time for a power-up, or do I have to go YOLO? Mm-hmm. Louis there. 4-4 Bowser is probably the hardest Bowser, so not too surprising if you're going to take a hit on a Bowser, that's the one. other than, of course, just going straight through 8-4. Glib taking the same hit.
Yeah. There's the first star of the match, 5-1.
5-1 star is a popular star. Helps with these piranha plants more than anything near the end, making sure you can get through that.
No power-ups.
No power-ups in 5-1 outside of that star. There is a 1-up mushroom if you know where to look. But the dash 1 mushrooms are kind of weird in this game. I think they have something to do with getting coins in the previous dash 3 level, whether or not they even appear. So it's easy to miss it. Louis grabbing that first mushroom gets
immediately
past the second Hammer Brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is one.
Yeah. If you know NES speedrunning, you know that anything that attacks diagonally is going to be disjointed. It's just
the Hammer Brother arcs are infamous. Louis actually having a lot of trouble here. That piranha plant was still there. Glib got trolled by the bullet bill to start the stage. Louis on his last life right now. So
this is tightened up and gone pretty. I think Glib's ahead now.
Not quite.
No. Okay, it's pretty even now.
Yeah. Only, I'm not too surprised that Louis didn't stop to get the 10 coin block while I was there. And Mario, really all the NES Mario games. If small Mario gets a fire flower, he only becomes Super Mario.
Yep.
Glib unintentionally showing that off.
World 5 proving difficult for both runners here.
World 5 really is painful all the time. Louis going to take some time
bills.
here.
Oh, yes, the bad bills.
I'm not sure why he went to stomp that Koopa.
I don't
once
either.
the Goomba's gone, you should be good. He is one coin short of the extra life.
He almost took it. Oh,
Glib did not wait long enough. He didn't despawn anything there, and that second platform just didn't spawn on him. Oh my goodness, what is going on?
Wow.
Watch out, Louis. Louis should get a coin here to at least get an extra life.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe he won't, though, and start risking
force.
everything. Is he going to go for this? Okay. He must know he is on the last life. Did not want to risk that.
Okay, there's the extra guy.
I wasn't sure if he was going to avoid that and refill in World 6.
Yeah. Wow. Is Glib on his last, or has he got 2?
He's close to the end. He got a coin one up at this point because he has 23 coins.
Yeah.
Can't get onto that platform or didn't want to. He's through the level at least. Louis getting that first power up in 6-1. Getting a flower there is trickier than it looks just because Lakitu is right in your face.
Oh, there's 2.
And Glib is going to refill here, it looks like.
Even at just 2.
He's only getting 1 extra life out of the deal, so I guess he's just not comfortable with World 6, but okay, here we go. Meanwhile, Louis is taking fire into kind of the piranha level of the game.
That is my favorite level, but it's not really that close, because it's so unique in my mind.
It really is. Like, it stands out in this game. It's not a lot of enemies, just a lot of piranhas. It's not that hard if you don't want to go fast, but you have to have the right level of patience to get through it. Not something speedrunners are well known for.
Alright, so Louis ahead by 1 piranha plant stage. That's what, about half a minute, maybe?
Yeah, I'd say just about every stage is roughly 30 seconds.
I was watching some runs the other day, and if you're not at the top, if you don't have like a sub 20 PB, level 8's a nightmare for everybody.
Yeah, World 8 is... I'd say even though if you get to sub 21 range, things start getting a little better. But certainly over that, there's usually something going on.
So if you're facing someone of that type, someone who's got a higher PB, it doesn't matter if you're behind going into 8. You can take heart in knowing that level 8 is really hard and that you can catch up that way.
Yep. I mean, World 8 in this tournament, anybody who's behind is probably assuming they're going to have to just go for it. Louis finding an opening to jump over Hammer. Bowser, Aweglib not jumping on top of the question block. Louis now through. If I'm Glib, I'm just going here. I'm not getting this mushroom. Well, I'm not Glib, I guess. 7-1 also kind of notoriously difficult for having too many Hammer Brothers in it. The Louis. Darbian, I think, yelled at me every time I tried to jump through there. So good job on Louis actually killing those Hammer Brothers.
Oh!
Gets a 6. Aweglib got some fireworks as well, though. A reminder that every July 4th there is a 144 fireworks race of this game.
Don't leave it there. Explain it, even though it seems pretty obvious.
No,
explain it anyway.
Yeah, just get a 6 on the timer on every stage to get 6 fireworks. Glib escaping Bowser.
Yeah. All right, back to that to the 2-2 redo.
Here's the choke point. I'm not sure if he has the duck swim. We'll see. I think he does, just given Mario being so high out of the water there. Yeah, that time I'm pretty sure I saw it. Basically, if you duck when you start swimming, as Big Mario, the top half of Mario's swimming hitbox does not exist. The game forgets to put it back. Glib, unable to replicate what Louis did there, gets killed by that lower Hammer Brother.
He'll probably refresh. Oh, he'll probably refresh here, maybe? Or is he going for
Probably could. He's in the -1 level.
Yeah.
I think he kind of knows he's got to keep going. This is not a very good setup. He's not going to go for any variety of glitch.
The top one was in the way. Couldn't get to the bottom one.
Yeah. The 7-1 bullet bills as well. It's longer to set up that glitch than you would save by actually getting it. So it's only swag at that point. Louis jumping right into that Paracooper.
Yeah.
As Glib goes for a swim.
It's not outside the realm of possibility for Glib to catch up here.
Certainly not. Glib is going to want to escape World 7 here. If he can get through this level, you know, commentator curse, right?
Yeah.
7-3 is the easier of the stages. So
Oh!
Going for coins, I think he was thinking extra life, but he's got extra lives now.
Uh-oh. Okay, it's like, did he not?
He's probably really making sure he's holding A and kind of taking a breath. Get some mindfulness techniques in here.
At this point, he's probably got to hope that Louis game overs in World 8.
At this point, he's hoping Louis gets caught in the World 8 loop.
Yeah. Now, do you go when do you start? Oh, that's a nice spike jump. When did you not that? Speaking of commentator's curse, yeah. When do you start and stop going for that 8-2 1-up?
I mean, it's one of those things where probably even like mid 20 minutes for just PB attempts, you want to kind of just don't even worry about it anymore. Just keep going.
How about in a race then?
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to get it too much. Certainly in a race like this, depending on your comfort level, it might depend more on, okay, how big is my lead? Like, I could see Louis getting it at this point, because Glib's going to only be in 7-3 when he gets there.
Yeah. I think I've seen that, you know, you die in 8-2, get it, die in 8-2, get it, die in 8-2, get it again. Just
8-2 is the real loop.
Yeah.
And 8-3 is kind of the hardest stage in the game.
Unless you know what frame roll you're on, then it's the easiest.
Even if you know it, stomping Hammer Brothers for the newbie is not the easiest task. Let's see. He doesn't want it.
Oh. I think he's
see
at
if he
3
goes
lives. I think he game over on purpose.
Yo, def.
Refield, so.
I don't think he came over on purpose immediately, at least, but
Oh yeah, yeah. I think he did pick a.
yeah, after the failed pipe jump, he definitely just kind of wanted the refill. Glib's
You go
through
fire,
7-3,
Mario,
that's
right?
good. Mm-hmm.
If you get hit in World 7, are you refilling to fire Mario for 7-4?
Getting hit in World 7 refilling to 7-4, it's
Yeah, that's the thing.
it's not
That's
really worth it.
Yeah, I know.
The problem is the only power-up that's left is the one in 7-3 after the 2 in 7-1. Louis is not getting either power-up, it looks like, so he's going to go for it here.
Oh, whoo-hoo. No hammer with that jump. There's a hammer with that jump, yeah. What is he?
MVP right there.
Okay, 2, yeah. 2 lives. So again, he's going to win unless he game overs.
8-3 is the gauntlet. You have to clear 8-3. You have to be able to make that jump right there. Is that bottom hammer brother in the pattern? That's a painful one.
You
Did Glib take a death in 8-1 while I wasn't looking?
Yep,
Louis is going to take it slow this time. The Hammer Brothers, it should be noted, they can jump down through as many sets of bricks as they want. They can go from the bottom all the way to the floor.
Oh no!
Oh no, he couldn't get the Hammer Brother.
Yeah.
Wisely escapes. The second power-up is on the left side. Those Hammer Brothers really cooperated. Let's see if he can get this. Is he going to go for a shroom jump?
No. Oh,
It does. So if you are not holding A and you get a power-up, you can start holding A during the animation. By the way, Koopa Shell's not reliable on the NES version for killing Hammer Brothers.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
Yeah.
Ooh,
SNES version, that's I guess another SNES version advantage. That got patched. So
Ooh.
Louis is 1 life for glory.
Yeah.
Glib in 8-2. The one thing in 8-4 to kind of worry about, I guess there's 2 things. The Hammer Brother at the end is actually not one of them. You're worried about a cheap coming out of nowhere and just stopping you. And you're worried, honestly, about Bowser himself at this point. Bowser, this is the only Bowser in the game that both throws hammers and breathes fire. So you kind of have to be a little aware of when that fireball is going to come out. He gets the wrong warp, so that's good. Glib working on getting this fire flower. He's going to have to escape. Very nice, but Louis is here. So just run off this pipe, jump as soon as you hit the ground. Challenges the Potabo and gets it, but now he's got to get through here.
And we have a winner.
Very nice.
Whew. What's his SRL time? 23:16 it says.
23:16. Not a bad time.
In his in being the favorite based on PB to advance.
Yep, he is admitting he was a little slow to dot done in race chat. That's fine. We saw it on the videotape.
Yep. 20:03:05, which is about a 23:08 in real time.
Yep. Yeah, Final Bowser can decide to back all the way up into the axe, which makes it nigh impossible for Small Mario to kill him without experiencing at least 1 fireball. Fortunately, he was nice to Louis. Glib just gonna wrap some things up here.
Alright, good.
Nice.
Oh, he's actually
Killing
gonna knock
fire.
out Bowser. Yeah, that's
Fire kill Bowser
was
just because he deserves it.
yeah, pretty much. Alright, and that Aweglib gets a 24-20. So it's like their difference in PB is like a minute 11 seconds, somewhere around there. And they finished a minute 5 seconds apart. But
There you
more
go.
like a minute 11 with Louis. Yeah. So good races by both.
Yeah, really good. Kind of shows there, the perseverance you sometimes need to just kind of keep coming back. Don't let this game keep you down.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
We
Hi.
have Aweglib here.
Hi, it's me, Aweglib. That guy that you know.
Take us through it. How'd you feel?
I mean, first 4 worlds were really solid, but I mean, first 4 worlds are pretty straightforward and easy in this game. And then World 5, my beginning strat for 5-2, the only thing that can mess that up is that bullet bill firing at that exact time. So when that happened, I kind of got a little, I wouldn't say on tilt, but a little like nervous.
Mm-hmm.
And then 5-3 happened. I didn't wait quite long enough for that despawn, and so at that point, I figured I was behind by a decent amount. So I kind of started risking it. World 6 was sloppy, and then I had 1 life in World 7 and thought I needed to risk it, and I guess I probably shouldn't have. Would have been a bit closer. I don't know. I think I might have still lost even if I would have intentionally game overed. But I mean, World 8 was pretty good, so happy with that. Just inconsistent in the middle, I guess.
World 5 was not nice to either of you here in this race. And World 7 as well was kind of iffy. I think you're right. It would have been a little closer with the immediate refill in World 7.
Yeah.
I'm actually curious of the World 6 refill. You had the 2 lives going in there.
Actually, that wasn't intentional. I forgot about that. I just didn't get my jump input where I wanted to that first time. So I fell into the pit, and then I saw, I was like, oh, I got 1 life, so let's refill. I wouldn't have refilled.
I feel better now.
Yeah. I forgot that it even happened. Yeah, so that was probably most of my time loss on World 6. Was really just
always blame
that
you.
beginning.
Do you have your opponent up when you race?
No, I didn't. I thought about it, but I don't know. I feel like I just kind of gotta guess how my opponent is doing, and just go by that. If I look, then I feel like I'll probably put extra pressure on myself. So,
okay.
Yeah, I mean that's what I've always done. I knew Louis had been practicing like a dirty practicer, so I figured he'd probably put up a pretty solid time. So like I said, when World 7 hit, I was thinking, okay, I'm behind. I've gotta take some more risks. But
You had a shot at he died twice to Hammer Brothers in 8-3.
Oh,
So
okay.
it was pretty exciting to see him try to get through 8-3 and 8-4 with 1 life.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I entered 8-4 right when I saw him done. So yeah, that did end up a bit closer than
Yep.
I would have thought.
Yep. So you were 1 death away from taking the victory. So
8-3 was not nice to Louis at all. He escaped it on the last playthrough.
Did he? I think he refilled in 6 as well, right? Was it World 6 and then World 8?
I think it was 6 he refilled, and then probably 8.
So
definitely
that's what's
8.
fun
I think 6 he went on with the 2 lives. He got his 1 up as the last coin in 5-4.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. He almost game over in 5-4. Yeah, with 99 coins. Yeah. But that's what's fun about it, World 4 is just to establish a lead, and then the rest of it is, can I survive with this lead or catch up with? So it's really interesting to watch these races and the story they tell.
Yeah, it's definitely, if you're a decent enough runner, those first 4 worlds are going to be pretty close between any of them. It's really the 5 through 8 that can really separate people. So
yeah, 1 through 4 are kind of the keep up, and then the rest of the game is prove you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
All right, so that's we're about halfway through round 1 in the tournament. Actually, we're closer to almost finished. We only got a few left in the first round that I can see here. Aweglib, you do fall into the losers bracket. See, who will you be facing because it hasn't been updated yet on mine.
The alternative strats bracket.
Yeah.
Do we have a name for it yet? I don't know if we do.
The small Fire Mario bracket.
The small fire.
Glib
I had you.
is
12.
Glib. I think actually caught a dropout in the first round.
Yeah, looks like it.
He's
Yeah.
going to,
Oh, did I? Okay. Yo, shout outs to a free victory.
Yeah.
You are
so
going to
you'll-
get the loser of the call against
is there
either
50?
Kaku 52 or Infinite Mystery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll actually like practice before that race. That would probably help.
Man, that's a rough run. That's a rough one though. Unless you somehow get Infinite Mystery going against a 1948 or a 2008.
Yeah, that'll be tough, but we'll see what happens.
No, that will be a really
Well, no,
race.
until you actually do it.
Louis goes on to play London B415. Who I believe he does have a low 19, so that
Yeah.
will Louis has his work cut out for him in the next round.
He does. All right. What we got? We got several matches. Are they all on Speed Gaming tonight? Let me look here.
I don't know which channel everything's going to be on, but I
Yeah.
believe our next race for this very tournament is at 7:30. And once that gets started, there's 4 right in a row.
Yep.
We'll see if that one after 9. It's 7:30, 8:39. We'll see if that 10 ends up in line or if that becomes at 9:30 or
yeah.
whatever. But you want to read them off?
Actually, our 8 o'clock one is a double.
It looks like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So we've got coming up at 7:30 Eastern, JT Knott versus Esmo, and there's numbers at each of them. We'll get. Looks like they're all on Speed Gaming 3. 8 p.m. we got Josh Keys and Riker Rider, and Larvy Star and Sherry. Is KE a element?
KE
KE.
is that carotene?
Carotene? I'm not sure.
I don't know. That sounds like an element.
Yeah. 8:30 we got Barn Owl versus E Bloody Candy. Barn Owl's
That-
been around a long
The
time.
Barn Owl's been Barn Owl's been around a
Right.
really long time. Barn Owl, I think, kind of gets some flack sometimes for coming up with some weird, interesting, bizarre
Yeah.
categories. I think he's responsible
Yeah.
for all coin heavens.
Yeah. He's almost been around as long as I have.
Yeah.
9 o'clock we got LK431 and Just Defend.
I'm waiting. I want to see what Just Defend does because he's got a really good SMB2 US time.
Yeah. And then 10 o'clock is GTA Ace versus I'm Dangerous. Well, I know who I'm rooting for in that matchup. So,
Danger is. You know what the nice thing about that is? His first name is I'm. His last name is 21. Dangerous is his middle name.
middle name, yeah. All right. Well, neat. So that's what we got coming up. It's all on Speed Gaming 3. So that's in about an hour's when Super Mario goes off the reservation there. So tune into that tonight. Elsewhere on Speed Gaming tonight.
I don't
I
know
feel-
what's following us on this very channel.
Speed Gaming
I'm sure
tonight.
something's on soon though.
It's what you would expect it would be. If you had no idea what it was, what would you
Link
guess
to the
it would
past
be?
randomizer.
That's what we got coming up. It's a Key Sanity race, a tournament race.
Key sanity.
Oh, we got the Final Fantasy 1 Randomizer League is getting restreamed tonight. That's round 3 in Final Fantasy Randomizer. It's a scavenger hunt, which is one of the reasons I joined the league. It's 8 o'clock 6. Maybe I can try to do that. We'll see. It's you got to outfit your black belt with all 4 bracelets. So that's it's an interesting way of doing a randomizer, a scavenger hunt. So if you're interested in that, check that out. And then on the Ocho, Speed Gaming 4 is more Link to the Past. So it's a absolute full schedule. We got a Super Mario Brothers 3 randomizer race later on Speed Gaming. So it's full tonight. It is absolutely full for the next 5 or so hours.
Yep. Thank goodness it's Friday, everybody.
Yeah, so keep tuned into the Speed Gaming Network, and
Don't forget to follow the channels, follow the runners. Aweglib and Louie are out there. They're playing Mario games all the time, so definitely follow them. Thanks, Darkwing Duck, for joining me. Well, I guess I joined you in the booth. Either way.
well, no, well, you put I was in here first, but you signed up first, so
We were in the booth. It was fun.
we were in the booth. Yeah, we boothed it. Thank you
Let's
for
do it
booth-
again sometime.
And yeah, let's do it. So, thanks everybody. We'll sign off until the top of the hour with Link to the Past, and if you enjoy Speed Gaming tonight, because there's a lot of it. Till next time, we'll see you later.
Have a good evening, everybody.